One of the things once we get into escrow that we need to do is we need to order what's called a home inspection. Right? The home inspection ranges somewhere from $600 to $800. And you need to think of it as kind of like insurance for the purchase of your home, so that way you can feel comfortable of the condition of it is when you purchase it, right? And a lot of homes, especially like on my team, the future is that the seller will pay for the home inspection, get it done. So we know what it looks like before we even end up making an offer. But a lot of times they don't now. Unfortunately, average and below average agents are just letting their clients kind of let it happen, which is great for us because once we have the inspection done, we can use it to get as much out of it as we possibly can. And so what we are going to do is we're going to order a home, pest, and roof inspection. So the home inspection is they go through and they nitpick the entire house. They play with the electrical, they turn on the AC, they go around and play with all the water. They look under the sink, they look, behind the dryer and the washer and, all that stuff. They don't pull it out, but they'll, kind of glance over, right, at the water spigots and stuff like that. The roof inspection is they come out, and as long as it's walkable, like tile you can't walk on, but as long as it's walkable, they'll get up there and they'll look at it. They want to make sure that the roof is in great condition. The pest inspection is a little misnomer of the name, but that's how we name it in the thing. It's technically wood destroying organism inspection, but we call it a pest inspection. So what they're looking for is termites. They're looking for dry rot. They're looking for burrowing bees, also known as carpenter bees. So they're looking for all that stuff. And what happens is they all add it all together and then they hand it to us or to you. And we look it over and say, okay, this is what the house's condition is. And we can end up using that if there haven't been inspections already to say, hey, listen, these are the conditions that we're concerned about. Now, what we do is there's health and safety, right? And then everything else. Boom. All right. This is the one that we're most concerned about, the health and safety stuff. This is just everything else that, basically we're nitpicking the house about, and so depending on how much you want this home depends on, what we ask for, right? And what kind of market we're in also depends on what we can ask for. If we're fighting with 8 other people and we want to nitpick this stuff, right, we may have to say, all right, if we do, they may just say, forget it and go back to those 7 other offers that they received. If we're in a situation where we're the only offer, then, we might have some leverage for being able to do that, which I love doing anyways, is to get you as much as you possibly can for it. That's that step of the inspection, is getting that done. What we have is in the contract, 17 days or less to get it done. I don't wait that long, right? Literally, once we're in escrow, I order it, you pay for it. I get out there on the day of and I walk around with them, and then I highly recommend that you be there too, right? The reason why is because they can answer questions I can't. I'm not an inspector. I don't have a certificate in inspections. I'm not a contractor. I'm none of that stuff. I'm a realtor. And my job is to make sure that you get what you want and protect you as much as I possibly can. And part of that is getting those inspections done. So you being there is able to ask them questions instead of coming back to me and say, hey, Brian, what does this mean? Right? Because it's the telephone game. Remember the telephone game when we were kids? Right? I tell you, the sky is blue and the robin is red. And by the time we make it over to you, right, the skis are purple, right, and robin is glue. I have no idea how it ended up being that way. At least robin stayed in the same sentence. But that's the whole idea behind it, right? You being there for that will make things a lot easier.